Our reading today is from, I just lost my place, Paula Gunn Allen, called The Water Poem. Water, lakes and rivers, oceans and streams, springs, pools, gullies, arroyos, creeks, watersheds, Pacific, Atlantic, Mediterranean, Indian, Caribbean, China Sea, lying, dreaming on shallow shores, Arctic, Antarctic, Baltic, Mississippi, Amazon, Columbia, Nile, Animas, Thames, Sacramento, Snake, undulating woman river, Seine, Rio Grande, Willamette, Mackenzie, Ohio, Hudson, Po, Rhine, and Rhone. Rain after a lifetime of drought that finally cleanses the air and soot from our eyes, the dingy windows of our western home, the rooftops and branches, the wings of birds, the new light on a slant, pouring, making everything new.
So I want to share a story with you this morning. I had an awakening when I was with you last April, a lesson about my own perception and the slippery nature of things I think I know. Over the last few months, I've returned to this lesson and continue to reflect on what it means to live in community together, a community that holds a great deal of complexity. Indeed, we live in a world of a great deal of complexity. When I was here in April, I was staying at the hotel that is perched right up against the river here in town. I won't name the hotel, but we all sort of know where it is. And I was very lucky. My room had a balcony that looked right out at the Animas River. Between our meetings, I would sit on the balcony and gaze at the water, the sounds of the rapids gently soothing my heart and soul. And from my balcony, the river and even the rocks looked so innocent, and I guessed it was maybe no more than 3 feet of water. Occasionally, I would see people confidently glide down the river. I heard laughter. I saw people enjoying themselves over several days. I developed a story in my mind that the river was idyllic, peaceful, and totally non-threatening. It was easy for me to imagine and romanticize the Animas River in this one-dimensional way and limit its beauty and power. Imagine my surprise when one afternoon, while sitting on my balcony with a fresh cup of Durango Joe's coffee, I witnessed a person being rescued from the river. Right there in front of me, in the quaint and peaceful Animas River I had been gazing at all week. My heart raced as I saw a new side of the river as a rescue crew helped a frightened person out of the water. All was well. The person was fine. And sipping my coffee, I realized I'd forgotten how alive and complex water really is, failed to be curious and look further upstream and downstream beneath the surface, forgotten that with all the watery softness and agility I saw in front of me, there are also hard and difficult places too. This is an example of what Nigerian feminist writer Chimamanda Adichie names as the danger of the single story. Such single stories are dangerous because of what they omit, erase, or forget. They stifle curiosity and risk misunderstanding. And at their very, very most dangerous, they're exploitative. And we are all vulnerable to this habit of mapping single stories onto people, places, and events, and yes, even ourselves. And we can also disrupt this habit by getting curious, asking questions, loving one another enough to stay inside the listening and be changed by the many stories around us. We are complex, multi-dimensional, always changing and shifting, learning and growing, making mistakes and making amends. When we disrupt the single stories, we come alive in an ecosystem of interdependence and possibility. We become bigger than our single selves. We become more just and more loving. It reminds me of these lines from Irish mystic poet John O'Donoghue. I would love to live like a river flows, carried by the surprise of its own unfolding. We have great plans for our future in this shared ministry. And the last few weeks, I've been invited into your hopes and dreams for the year ahead and the years ahead. One of those dreams is for this congregation to grow in purpose and impact in the community, to make sure that our life-saving, life-affirming message of hope and love is widely available for anyone seeking. For us to take our values into the world and to fight for justice and liberation for people and the earth. To make sure, as was made famous by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King when he quoted Amos 5:24 from the Tanakh, let justice roll down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. We have great plans for our future. A few weeks ago, the Faith Formation team, some pictures are going to appear behind me. There they are. Had a big project to remove the wall that was dividing the space available for our Faith Formation programs to thrive and grow. With the help of some grown folks, the wall came down, and youth in our program took to the space with smiles and excitement. It was a powerful reminder of how important it is that children, youth, and families know that we are collectively committed to them, collectively committed to a vibrant faith formation program that celebrates our community and our faith. Our shared commitment to faith formation is a celebration of children, youth, and families, and a commitment to the future of this congregation, and the future of Unitarian Universalism. We have great plans for our shared future, and over the next year, we will continue to dwell inside those plans, discerning a path forward on a new building, maybe. Deepening our commitment to anti-racism, inclusion, and belonging by dismantling oppression as it shows up in ourselves and our congregation in the world. We will create a covenant to hold us and keep us through the seasons of celebration and change, a covenant that will allow us to hold tradition close even as we welcome change. Together, we will explore our pluralistic faith that gives us hope, joy, comfort, and connection, a faith that promises that we will be changed by the journey. We will be changed. And with love at the center of all that we do, all that we are, it will propel us forward and challenge the single story of who we think we are and who we can become. Friends, let us live together like a river flows, carried by the surprise of our own unfolding. May it be so.